I'm starting now, so welcome in everyone. Hopefully I haven't messed up. I might not have disc audio, so let me just check that real quick. Can you talk Voco to confirm that we have audio?
Yeah, you have audio here.
Yeah, nice.
Well,
Uh, just last. Yep, and we have scoreboard updating, which is good. Good to see. Sorry, Aimeo's got that under control, which is nice. We got because previously it was only me and Drahuska as scorekeepers, so we had to pull someone in last. I guess not really last minute, but bit of organization. We'll start the interviews by dragging Drahuska in fast. We'll try and get it underway. There's a little bit of a rush to get some stuff organized because I wasn't expecting to be hosting the first two matches of this event, but here we are. Got to keep the show running. Welcome in, Drahuska.
Hi there.
How are you going? You excited?
G- Well, it's okay. That kind of day, I guess.
Yeah, it'll be a fairly long day for me, but possibly for you, depending on how much you score keep. But
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
do you have any particular strategies based on what we saw in the previous event?
Uh, yes and no, because I guess not going for percentage this time around, and uh, we'll see how it goes from there.
Yeah, definitely percentage is not the most important thing, but it's just like keep in mind compared to your opponent rather than focusing on getting a unbeatable percentage.
Yeah,
Um,
totally.
I guess we can do some further stuff after we get Flandy in, so we'll bring him up over. Welcome in, Flandy. Hello? Testing, testing. Flandy?
Hello. Oh, hey, dude. How
Hello,
you
hello.
doing?
So, yeah, how are you going?
I'm doing all right. I woke up early just enough to where I could get some practice in because Drahuska is no easy opponent. So, a little bit of practice, feeling confident, but I do not want to be overconfident because no one Drahuska.
Yeah, it's
But
definitely going to be a tough matchup. Drahuska is definitely up there in skill, but you never know what
hey, well,
happens.
hey, well, at least it'll be a more fair match than my yesterday's match.
Anyway, going on to strategy. Do you have any strategies based on what we've seen in previous events? Or us,
Um,
other times you've competed as well?
so it's been a little bit since I've done a WTA, but from my experience, you at least want to get the upper hand quick by getting some distance in order to get the more points racked up, but also keeping in mind a percentage as well. So maybe a hybrid tilt depending on the seed.
Yeah, sounds reasonable. Do you have any particular point that you've got to reset if you get there, or are you just going to keep going for distance as far until you scuff?
I'm gonna see where Drahuska's at and then figure out after, and see how far I get, see how much time there is, and then go from there.
Sounds good. I realized that I did forget something, which was I forgot the siege generator. So let me pull that up real quick. Very organized right here.
Totally.
but let's see if the seed generator can outdo the STS seed.
Yeah, that would be something. That is.
Imagine it generates a Drumba seed.
Oh my god.
I
Which we
forgot the
can't see
site for
right
the
now, but
siege. You know, I unfortunately I didn't set up a siege generator scene, so I'm like, ah, well done from me here.
Yay.
And I forgot the site that everyone uses, which is very good as well. It's buried in my DMs with Ada, which is not particularly helpful.
Yeah, well, Yeah, didn't you get? I actually have it. If you want me to send it to you real quick.
I found it
Oh, you got it already.
from
Okay.
very fast scrolling. Okay, so you can get a number from each of you. I unfortunately won't be able to show the generation side, but we can get.
Unfortunately, I got to show the generation side.
We'll get the numbers in there. So a number from either of you.
Drahuska, you
0.
want to go first? 0.
0.
Okay,
Okay.
let's go. Let's go 4.
0 and 4. Okay. It took taking a while. The zeros are just not showing up. There we go. We got 4173670.
All right. 4173670.
And I just realized that I have that page bookmarked somewhere so that I didn't lose it. And I still lost
Nice.
it. You know, when Parsley was actually prepared for that situation, and then I forgot about
It's almost like it's early in the morning for you.
it.
Night, to be more exact.
Gotta love when an advert pops up just as they show the timer.
Nice.
There was no advert, and then as soon as I displayed the timer, I was like, yes, this is the time we needed an advert.
We have 59 minutes and 59 seconds. Nice.
Yeah.
So being scammed of an hour. Nice.
Yes, but I will actually do the call when it flicks from 0 to -1.
Okay.
I think that matches it up. You'll have a little bit of leeway. And the countdown time will go to -5 minutes, and then based on that will tell you how far you're into overtime. So how much in negative is how long you've been in overtime.
Okay.
Hopefully that just makes it a little bit easier for you if you're trying to figure out how much time you have in overtime.
Imagine
Right.
that 1 second is the difference between whether or not you start the level.
It's like stream delay levels of timing, so I'm like, we'll just give a few seconds of stream delay, and then it's probably equaled out. But yeah, I guess we can get underway. I don't know how many people are here, but for everyone that is here, hopefully the match goes well.
Right. Hey, well, the turnout's already a little bit better than I expected. 16 on my end and 10 on Drahuska.
Yeah, considering I
I know
forgot
people
that I didn't
buffer
actually
plays.
advertise this. What a crap.
Oh, it went up to 18.
We got a shout out from WTA. Yes, that's all we need, right?
Yep.
But yeah, are you ready, Driska?
Ready.
Are you ready, Flandyman?
I'm ready. As I'll
Is
ever be.
Aimeeo ready? I haven't. Okay, Aimeeo did a single high in what is it? Okay, Aimeeo is ready. Nice.
Dublix, are you ready?
Maybe. Technically not because I don't have the timer to start the thing up yet. But there we go. I got the timer up. I am ready now. Okay. On go. 3, 2, 1, go. I just realized I have Discord bing noises, so you guys are going to be hearing my Discord bings, aren't you? One moment as I change that. But yeah, how are you feeling about the match, Virgo?
I mean, it's gonna be a good one. We got Drahuska, we got Flandyman. We've seen how they go in MLT. But it will be interesting to see if the strategy actually changes for WTA.
Yep, see if anyone's come up with a new strategy with going.
Clearly, we need a new metagame because that we need a metagame that is superior to the MLT because that's just how we are, and we know that Jerome will
I
copy
don't
us if
say
we
it's
actually do better
strictly
than him.
superior, but yes, as always, room for improvement. No one's gonna have the perfect system. This looks at more speed tilting focus without as much pressure from scuffing. But
Now we just need to take inspiration from skiing cross, and then we'll have tilting tournaments down.
yeah, lots of options. I feel like being more organized to run them frequently would be a big one, but
Well, if we run them regularly, we'll have the consistency for a schedule, and people will actually come watch.
yeah, it's just trying to get the people to actually run it consistently. Because as I said before, I tried organizing this one, and then I ended up having to host it entirely myself, which I said I was never going to do again, and then proceeded to do it again. um, so much for my effort of trying to get stuff organized, but it's still a fun event day. I don't mind it too much. It's just early mornings can be a bit rough for me with the 3 a.m. starts. Looking at the progression of the tilts, Drahuska seems to be ahead, but yeah, Flandyman's keeping that 100%. So at the moment, um, he's in the lead.
Look, on the bright side, you could just speed tilt, and if you're faster than the 2.5 percentage points, you're gonna do pretty good anyways.
Yeah, and that 2.5 points is around about a single level 18. So, like, yeah, once you're at level 18, a single level is enough to swing that percentage point. The percentage point should never decide the full match, but it's like if there's, or it can decide it, but only in the really close matches. As you can see, with Flandyman having the lead, as Drahuska's approaching level 6, he's going to start earning 1 point per level now. And Flandyman coming in right behind her. Yeah, we have a interesting lineup today. I had the schedule showing while we're waiting for stream, but starting off with Flandyman and Drahuska. Then we'll have Semif and Strix versing each other. Then I think it'll be Ada, Shens, and then yeah, Voco versus Wildflower Power. So yeah, you're gonna have your match later today,
Yep,
but
looking forward to it.
yeah, it'll be
We'll see.
interesting.
We'll see if Wildflower Power can can tilt at a rate that generates more points than if I were to just tilt to level 30.
Yep, that will be definitely a challenge. Drahuska, yep, finishing level 7, on to level 7, going to finish it soon.
Because
But
I think level 30 is around 75 points or something like that.
yeah, that would seem about right. I could check it, but that would be another distraction. Potentially we'll do it check it between games. Yep, so we see Flandyman going on to level 8. With this being the first time Aimeeo is scorekeeper, I'm just going to confirm she's putting the level to the current level they're on, not the level they just beat. So the level entered should be level 8 for both, which would be 2 points each, I think. Which is why I'm like, wait. Yep, there we go. On to level 9 for Drahuska and on to level 9 for Flandyman. Oh, Flandyman's a little bit further behind, so we'll be getting there soon though. You can see there's very much difference in the strategy where Drahuska's just sort of sending them through, trying to get as many levels under the bag as well. But Flandyman's going for that 100%. Do you think you'll be able to keep 100% to level 14? If that has any significance?
I mean, I don't know if he was telling everyone to drop with Drahuska instead, maybe, but I don't know.
Yeah, you have to have the strategy of telling people to drop with someone else. True. Very important strategy.
Very important strategy along with the set your ads to max and turn on your pre-roll ads.
Both pre-roll ads and ads to max? Wow.
Yeah. Look, if there's gotta convince them to drop with your opponents.
Yeah, like that's like close to going to like sub-only mode.
Not necessarily. I mean, they could still theoretically drop. They'll just be seeing an ad.
True.
And as you know, you just have to actually say something. You don't actually need to do it at the beginning of the level.
Yeah. So just say so every 5 minutes and you're good. True. Makes it very hard, much harder to control the marble count without using there's features to control marble count, but most people don't attempt to use it. Apparently, Drew is going to be commenting on our commentary, but I forgot that I had the stream muted, so I didn't have their commentary, so I can't comment on their commentary of my commentary until now. But yeah, Drahuska moving on to level 11. As she gets to level 12, she'll be earning 2 points per level, and so need to keep an eye out for that increase in points on it for Drahuska. Flandyman
Yep.
stuck behind the squeegee, but getting through now. Losing his first marble, unfortunately. Well, actually, that wasn't his first marble. He lost the marble beforehand. I just missed it, apparently. Great casting from me.
Yep. No, but nobody's here to actually hear us cast. They're here to hear us do everything except that.
You know, they're not even here to hear us casting. They're here to just, like, wait. They're not even here. They're just dropping for points on the tilters.
Yeah,
Let's be real.
we could be like 5 minutes past. Just remember to tab into the other streams and drop, but we
Yeah.
know they won't.
The only issue of having Drahuska being the first tilter, I realize we don't have a pinned link for the two tilters, so I'm going to ruin the stream for a second as I grab that her link. Yeah. As you can see, Drahuska on the green skies now, a level 12, indicating exactly when he's earning bonus points. Gotta appreciate that tilt change from Pixel right there. Very helpful for the WTA scoring system.
Now we just need to convince Pixel to have the purple skies do a cameo appearance at level 21.
Yeah. If only we could get the cameo at 21. Bring the old classic Pebble Skies back for a single level.
Okay, link is up. Links are now in the chat. Feel free to actually click them if you haven't done so yet for some reason.
Yeah, if you haven't already been drop over there. We've coming down to the 50-minute mark with
Drahuska
Drahuska
weaving
ahead,
around the brownies into the squeege.
squeezing through there, and Flandyman just waiting there, being very careful with his marble group. Drahuska completing level 13 should give her the lead, I think. My math is right. That's plus 2, yeah, 1.5 points. But then obviously once Flandy beats this level, he'll be back and tied up. No, not tied up. He'll be ahead by half a point. You can see how beneficial the speed is. Letting Drahuska rack up those points. The strategy of if your opponent goes too much for percentage, you can just commit to speed and get ahead of them. Entering level 15, a new difficulty for Drahuska, but no bonus points, so this is sort of the the lower point scoring levels.
If Drahuska casually is zipping over the zippers, Flandy is still struggling with squeege.
Zippers are always a interesting one with marbles being able to get stuck in there. Can definitely slow you down depending on where they are placed in the level. Heard Drahuska asking to get told if Flandy resets at any particular level. As the casters, we definitely won't accidentally miss that and she won't hear it from us.
I mean, she will miss it. We're on a slight lag.
Yeah, we
So
technically would have
she'll
more
be getting
stream
it. It'll just be
delay.
like 2 seconds late.
Yeah, you probably would get it faster from chat than from us, but it depends on how quickly you are to look at chat. Yeah. Flandyman on level 14. 4 marbles dropped so far. We'll see how it goes with that final combo. The uphills are pretty rough for survival. Not that survival is that important right now, but always a awkward obstacle. Flandyman gets through it cleanly. Only lost 1 marble on that previous squares.
Drahuska's being held up by the shuriken.
And yeah, who was the hold-up marble? The Jcash fan. Not even Drusu's own marble.
Imagine Drahuska's own marble being that marble. Like,
It's
that's a
normally
total
Druhuska's
shocker. It
marble.
really would be.
Yeah, Flanny coming up to the zippers we were talking about before. We'll see how he goes with them. Seems fairly clean for him. Druhuska skipping the egg basket, but the bridge is just not there for her. And then his timing on level 17. We'll see how Flanny takes it, whether he looks ahead to see or not. Yep, Druhuska grown to level 18. She's going to earn 3 points per level at this point. She's almost got a 3-level lead on Flandy now. As Flandy's just getting to level 16, so a full 2 levels lead. Looking back at the level 16, the 2 staircase got a decent amount of verticality. Drahuska deciding not to skip the drop corner into tile bars, which is a reasonable decision, but definitely a spot that you can skip if you're confident enough.
I mean, it's Drahuska we're dealing with here, not Samaf. I wouldn't expect a skip.
True, it's not so math. But yeah, the 2 stars here for Flandyman. He's already got 1 split between stars. How's he going to go with the next one? Is he going to get them all? Taking it nice and slow to get them all. Drahuska just having a bit of an unfortunate rotating bridge time, having to wait for the full timing, but nicely floated there to keep them on. And
I
Flanagan
mean,
into
it would
17,
have
so
been
there's only
even
a 1
better
level
if
gap.
they were floated horizontally instead of vertically, but it works.
Yeah, both work. As long as you're getting marbles on. Well, if you didn't have any marbles caught, I would have said it would have been good, but then you got marbles caught in the previous tile, so maybe you would have been right. As we were talking about before, Flanny's onto that events combo that had pretty awful timing in terms of at least the bridge after the vents. Flanny, again, not looking ahead like Drahuska and probably going to come. Well, The bridge is actually moving into the correct way for him there, but he takes the corner and tries to keep percentage. I don't know what the bridge timing afterwards. It's not good for Flandy, so he's going to have to stall on the bridge. Pretty big spread right here for Flandy. I think he should be fine, but gonna lose a few marbles for it. Drahuska coming to a egg basket herself and just quartering it to be safe. Don't want to take that risk with the triple ramps. They're relatively safe on these levels without the holes, but they can be pretty nasty if you clip them wrong. Flying on to 18, it's going to be able to earn 2 points per level at this point now, and Drahuska's on level 20, so a 2 level lead almost exactly. Straight through with Drahuska. She's going to go straight through the next one. She's going to corner. Take a bit of careful time to consider, but nice lines up on the wall. Could have gone for an early drop corner skip on that combo, but she goes for the late one. Reasonable enough. Either drop corner skip saves a lot more time than trying to go through it regularly. Finding also going through a drop corner, but takes it the regular way like Drahuska did. Going on to level 21 for Drahuska. I think this is typically the point at which Shen starts to consider resetting when he was talking about the strategy for WTA. Mainly because these are the points that levels that start getting a bit slower. But I think they're
I
still
mean,
relatively worth it if you're going fast.
well, I mean, this might be the one, I guess, format where it's probably worth it to at least attempt to speed tilt the mid-20s, even if you're not necessarily good at them.
Yeah, so it's one of those things of like how much time do you lose for tilting slowly in these levels as opposed to if you scuff on one of these levels um in the middle, you basically spent a few minutes on a level and didn't get anything out of it. Which I tried to minimize, but obviously it's always that threat there of wasting time. If you try and do some crazy save in the middle of one of these levels that takes you a few minutes, almost better off sometimes just scuffing immediately or resetting before the level. Bit of a nasty combo there for Drahuska, but she does it cleanly with the tilting tile to elevators. Nicely handled for just sending it through. Very easy for something to go wrong there. Hopefully she skips this drop corner. Unless she's worried somehow.
I think that's one of the safer
Yeah,
corners to skip.
it's a safe one. I was more steady it just because she could hear us. Yeah.
She's like, I could be some F too, and then she does it. It's okay, Drahuska, we know you're as good as some F when you want to be.
Are you also listening to Drahuska's stream, Becca?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just confirming because like if that statement was not with actually listening to Drahuska, that would have been so funny. I think you might have a little bit less stream delay to Drahuska than me because I'm like, wait, that statement was answered way too quick on my end. I think you like basically answered Drahuska before she said it. So I was like a little bit confused. The issues of me being in Australia. I have a little bit longer delay to everyone.
Well, I mean, your stream has to flip it upside down for it to work for you as well,
Yeah,
so
I have to have the stream delayed upside down for me to be right side up for you guys. It's a whole thing. That was why the setup took so long. It's also why we don't have a seed screen because it would be too much effort for me to flip it back up by right side up for you guys. Yep, flying into the drop corner skip. Nice on level 20. And another tilting tile to the end of the level here, but not any awkward combo afterwards, so it should be fine for Drahuska. Flanny putting out a really respectable percentage right here with 92%. Not quite the sort of record tilt spot.
yeah, Flan, you're supposed to be doing this in the MLT, not the WTA.
Yeah, this is the sort of percentage you want in MLT, not WTA. Flanny, I think, playing the wrong competition. He's gonna reset at level 21 now, after being level 21. Drahuska on the floaty island. Very long line, but nicely sending it through. I'm just watching I saw Drahuska's bubble fall off the water, and I'm like, that's just a classic. The one bubble that falls off is Drahuska's own bubble. Flandyman going for the Sendlet Drahuska did, but worst timing, so he's gonna have to stall it. Should be, I think. I don't know if the right side will line up, but the left side definitely will afterwards. Landy goes to the right side, gets 4 over. Likely double open, so he gets through with 3. That was a really close call for Flandy. And Drahuska with
Yeah,
4 on her
should have just.
side.
I think Flanny should have went for the bottom, but it
Yeah, I was
worked.
thinking the bottom side, but if you had the confidence as he had, it works. Another drop corner potential. Does Flandy go for the skip? He goes for the skip.
I feel
Fairly
like
smooth.
I feel like that this is the SMAF format simply because SMAF could skip without worry.
Yeah, but obviously there's like a cost if you scuff and have to go back through the first few levels. Drahuska on to level 24, so she's earning 4 points per level? Yeah,
Yeah,
4 points per level.
but you see the amount of time which you would actually save by skipping will offset the scuffs anyways.
Possibly. Depends on where you're scuffing. If you're scuffing in the like low 18s, it's not, but yeah. Like if you're scuffing as you're starting to do the skips, it's not particularly good. If the scuffs are closer to the sort of 24 range, you're probably doing it good. I think this is the first stage 2 S curve of the seed. Drew's getting at 24 here. A bit of a testing point for most tilters.
At least we have a good exit from the spinning corner there.
Yeah, it's a nice combo for the spinning corner with a very solid corner to peel into.
Drahuska with a solid float around the S curve.
And one of my least favorite tiles in tilts, I guess,
The lunchbox.
yeah, or DoorDash or Bento Box or Bumper Maze, one I use.
Basically any lunch themed name that you could think of tile.
Yeah, it's just very slow to get through. It's somewhat fine for the competition because it's fair for both sides, but it's probably the single tile that has the biggest impact on time spent on levels in
I
the
mean,
game.
at least with the GG tile, you could at least split the marbles.
Yeah, exactly. It's still a bit slow splitting the marbles with the GG tile, but it's definitely faster than the bumper maze. Lots of spread with Drahuska here, but she should be fine to get into the corner. Flying again into level 23 now. can't tell if Drahuska's gaining a lead or not. It's one of those weird ones where because these levels are getting longer, the level gap should shrink over time. But the level gap is shrinking, but it's like Drahuska might actually be fast enough that she is gaining time while the level gap is shrinking because of how long these levels
Yeah.
get.
We have Drahuska coming out of the anti-bunker into you're floating for the floating island.
Nice tile that lets you use let's say use a horizontal line. The worst combos are the ones that you can't take horizontal lines into, but that was a fine one. As long as you don't have like 50 marbles. Although that's true with most tiles. Most tiles aren't particularly good for 50 marbles. Flandyman definitely something a
But
lot more.
most tilters are still capable of saving more marbles than Erase or a BR anyways, so I'd say we come out ahead anyways on that front.
Sure. I feel like that depends on the map pool.
Yes, but if you survive, you get points at least in tilts.
You have to have 3. Your host going to level 25 this year at the 3 points up there. It's flying. He's coming out to 24, so basically exactly 1 level gap now. Yeah. I was mostly commenting on that Voco because I'm like, how many people can tilt through 60 plus? I'm like, those are some of your death maps.
I mean, how many people can even get to 60 plus other than maybe you and Jack and Curie?
Yeah, but then I'm like, the levels like 1 to 3. Yeah, you're definitely gonna save basically every marble there. That's sort of your like high percentage maps. Gonna get GG tile here from Drahuska. She's gonna split her own marble off, I think. Nicely executed. Flying coming up to the S curve. He's got this interesting like wall hit strategy. So trying to line the marbles on the wall hits. Seems like it's consistent for him, but obviously hitting walls splashes the marbles everywhere, so you're gonna lose some marbles off it.
We have Drahuska with the quality button dodge,
Yeah. Flandyman
making
almost going off the side of the map on the button maze, which is not what you want to see. Is Flandy gonna get himself? No, is it just gonna get himself stuck? I was like, saw her heading down that lane.
you really want to be stuck in this bowling alley? It's like these days you actually have to look at what's
Oh,
after. Like you actually have to look at what is after the bowling alley now. Otherwise, we'll get stuck
yeah, there's a
some
decent few
places.
tiles that have some awkwardness with the bowling alley, but as long as you're looking ahead a little bit, you're fine.
That's code for just cheat. Nobody cares at this point.
Exactly, exactly. If you're speed tilting, it's fine to look ahead, but if you're stopping there and waiting, you're just wasting time. Just let go, right? Yeah, that was a very close call for Drahuska. She almost had the marble just fall into that middle hole, but she makes it out barely with 3. Having a rough one for Flighty there as well on this new. I say new tile, it was from
Uh,
last season.
yep, it's only an anti-bunker. Like this is a really weird elevation change for many tiles too.
Yeah, Drahuska just sending it to the triple
To
islands
the
rather than
triple
trying to
island.
take a line on the staircase. She gets 3, but obviously, while you still have those walls on the stairs, it's nice to get that horizontal line for this combo rather than just sending and praying you don't get bad spread. It
I mean,
wastes
I've had my
time.
fair of bad spread on the triple islands, which I've recovered from, so it's not impossible,
Yeah,
but I wouldn't recommend it.
like there's a lot of situations where you can save the bad spread, but there's just like, do you want to do that? No, not really. Flandyman
I've
coming to the
had
end of
my fair
24.
share of splitting the spread between the two islands, and then having to float them and regroup on the next tile.
Yeah, definitely possible, but best to avoid it if you can. Flandyman resetting at the end of 24. So he's going to have to run back through the levels, but once he does, he's going to start earning points
He
fairly
does
quickly,
have
but low
the
points.
percentage advantage anyways.
Yeah, with the 83% there. So yeah, he's holding that percentage advantage. Drahuska will probably finish off this level, but then she has to decide if she wants to reset or keep going. What will it be worth it for her? You put 25 for Flandy, because he got to 25, but reset before he got, like, loaded into it. Because, like, the in-game score level for that run would have been 25 for Flandy, if that was his, like, PB of the season.
I mean, match-wise, it shouldn't really matter as long as you keep it consistent between the two tilters.
Yeah. It would because of the points increasing on the level. So, like, if you did
Yeah,
that on...
yeah, okay, yeah, you're right.
So Drahuska's are behind by 2 levels, which is about 30 seconds in game time for Flandy.
So it's the level you're I guess reset on, if you will, and not the one before it,
Yeah, it's the level that you reach, not the level that you completed.
and not the
Which,
one you're on.
it's the one you're currently on. It's just if you get to the end of a level and then reset at the end screen, you've reached the level after because you
Yeah.
completed the level, but you didn't load into it, so it'd be confusing
Essentially,
that
it's
one.
like the in-game leaderboard.
Yeah, exactly. It's just using the in-game leaderboard level. It's just confusing because it's the opposite to what MLT does.
Yeah, yeah, I still don't understand how MLT does it that way, but it's like what I get. It's like it doesn't make sense the way MLT does it, but okay.
I mean, they're both two fair ways to do it. I'm just sticking with how the game does it, but looks like Flaney's going for Marble Death here, which means if he's trying to keep his percentage up, he doesn't want to pass level 25 for the rest of this event. But we got 26 minutes left, or 26 and a half minutes left. So they should both be able to reach back to, oh, yeah, should be able to reach around those other 24 levels before the end of the match if neither of them scuff. Watching these early levels where they're just trying to get through as fast as possible without using corners. So you just have these big spread from Drahuska trying to make them get around the corners, but ends up with a stuck mob, which is unfortunate. Flandyman onto level 6 now, so he's going to be earning 1 point per level now. There's only a 1.5 level gap between the two of them right now, so Drahuska's still got a little bit of a lead, but Flandy should close that once he beats this level. It'll be interesting as we get to the end of this match because it might come down to a single level gap between them.
Yep. Pokemon in the chat.
Yep, almost exactly a 1 level gap between the two of them, so that ends up equating to half a point difference right now. But as Flandy gets to level 12, it will be half a point, but in his favor. So, see whether Drahuska closes the gap or not. These early levels getting Marble Stock is just not helping her though. At least you at most can lose 15 seconds on this sort of thing, but never having that full 15-second countdown. Level 9 is a bit of a rough set of levels for this format because it's got the squeegees. And so if you have bad squeegee timing, you can lose a lot of time for the 1 point, but not really worth resetting to avoid level 9s in this format. So you just have to slog through it to get to level 12. As was seen before, basically exactly one little gap between them. Give me that half a point still. Drahuska hasn't even really closed much, but as we get to the high levels and levels get longer, she's definitely gonna get to the point where she's on the same level as Flandy. The question is, will she actually close in time or not? Do you think Drahuska will catch up Voko?
Yeah, Drahuska tilts quick when Drahuska wants to tilt quick. We know Drahuska knows when to send the marbles and just go.
Yeah, but she just doesn't go for the silly semi skip. So she's gonna be less likely to scuff at something silly, but uh, I heard a quote
You gotta
recently,
skip out of Flandy
and then I
though.
forgot the quote. It's like, slow is smooth, and I forgot it, but it's like going a little bit slower at times can definitely save you time because you don't make a major mistake. That loses you more time. It's like, yeah, being a little bit careful taking corners and stuff can actually end up saving you time in the long run because of a mistake that loses you marbles can lose you more time. They're both having to wait on squeegees right here. Flying on the level 10 squeegee. Drahuska on level 9 squeegee. We've got a cross ramp from Flandyman. Moving on to 11. So, a little bit bigger gap, but as I was saying with these levels, it's a bit of a tough one depending on your time with the squeegees. You can gain or lose a lot of time. Doesn't lose any squeegee in level 11, so nice and smooth level for Flandy. Yep, Flandy onto the level 12, so one level gap for Flandy on these levels. Or if he's one level ahead at these levels, he's going to be having the point advantage now. We should have the point advantage right now as Drahuska's finishing level 10. She'll get it back for this one level. As I say, this level's a bit quite smooth, so just should be able to get through it quickly. But the squeegee lines up perfectly with Landy, so he just is zooming straight through. He's just going to finish before Drahuska does. This plane is definitely going very fast right now. And I think most of that has come down to Drahuska just getting unfortunate stuck marbles. Again here losing like almost 10 seconds to marbles being stuck. Finally getting the lead off, having that percentage point from the first run. But yeah, Drahuska getting the squeegee timing as well and sending it straight through. Flanny finishing up this level as well. It's basically exactly one level gap now as Drahuska's closed in a little bit. But that's enough for Flanny to have a half a point lead. But yeah, they're keeping neck and neck pretty well throughout this, which is good to see. Never nice to see a completely one-sided match, so them keeping it close is very good. Flandy coming
Very
to the end
good.
of 14, be able to get a lead. But yeah, the levels won't be bonus points for Flandy. I actually needed to look back because I didn't realize that Drahuska scuffed level 26. I was confused for a moment. I was like, wait, what happened? That was very poor spectating for me. For some reason, I thought Drahuska reset after 26, which I was like, for a moment, I was confused by the scoring. But those scuffs happen at those high levels, so good for Drahuska just to move on to the next level. But obviously, that's why this match is so close, is that time she spent on 26 that she scuffed on. Very unfortunate. But they got 17 minutes and 30 seconds left. And Drahuska's only half a point behind, so definitely very reasonable for her. But yeah, I basically all we have here is Flanny showing off the advantage of resetting on a level as opposed to having the scuff on it. You can never predict how it's going to go, but
That said, if you're a pretty fast tilter, it probably doesn't matter if you scuff mid-level, because you'll probably quickly, I guess, out-tilt that time loss.
yeah, it just depends on how good your opponent is. It's like always a comparison to your opponent. If your opponent is equally as good, but they accurately decide that they have to reset a level that they think is going to be too hard or risky, um, that will give them a little bit of an advantage. So they skill to be able to decide if you reset or not. But as you said, if you just speed tilt as fast as you can, it will be, in most cases, good enough if you can speed tilt faster than your opponent. Only full sending the first fence, but the second fence slowing down a bit. He has the same issue with Drahuska where he hits it at a bad time and has to slow peel, and then misses the drawbridge timing as well. So it's going to be a big slowdown for Flandy. Drahuska barely sneaks into the star, but that means that back marbles are caught out, so she saves
Yep,
his time
Flandy
from
pulls
getting to the
back in
star
time
earlier,
for
but
that
waits.
drawbridge.
Yeah. Flying then waiting another extra cycle on the drawbridge as he's trying to regroup. This gives Drahuska an opportunity to catch up some more. Especially with him taking the octagons the slow way because of being worried about the marble count. That's a good, like, 20 seconds that you can save on this level compared to Flandy, I think. You catch a faster drawbridge cycle and then also catch the just again that I guess they all like doing the left side fence, which causes this to happen, which is fair
Yeah.
enough.
I mean, it's still faster to, if you're need speed off the octagons, it's just faster to go around the outside and not
Yeah,
stop.
it just depends on your marble spread. Drahuska had a lot of marble spread because he didn't have to corner
Yeah.
beforehand. It's a chance that if she went right side vents rather than left side vents, she would have had a better group, but it's a tough thing to say. Oh my god, Flandy! That is not what you would have it having happen at level 18. But yeah, Drahuska's almost completely caught up with Flandy on the same level now. But these levels are worth 3 points each, so at this point, as long as neither of them scuff, it comes down to who has the level lead. Drahuska takes it safe, but has a marble skip ahead anyway, and so she has to take it slow. Flandy waiting an extra rotation for the rotating bridge gives Drahuska even more of a chance to catch up if she can go smoothly through the rotating bridge combat at the end of this level. Flandy also doing a vertical line as opposed to what Vogel's talking about with the horizontal line. As I said, I don't think it matters too much, but it's a choice. I think Drahuska's going to wait as well so they get the same rotating bridge cycle. They're about probably 15 seconds to 20 seconds apart, as Flandy's just starting at level 19 now.
Yeah, I feel like I'm one of those weirdos who will take the horizontal line into the spinning bridge.
Like, I think it's fine. It comes down to like how you come off the tile before, because the vertical line comes out when you just send it around. The horizontal line you have to like stop and then get the marbles in a horizontal group for. So the vertical line sort of comes a bit more naturally to the tile than the horizontal line. Yeah, there's only a few tiles between them right now. About 4, maybe 5 tiles gap. So Drahuska is definitely tilting very confidently for these levels. They're both sitting at a random and nice same marble count of 22, 23. It's not the biggest marble counts, but it's a reasonable amount. You're not, at least at the start level, is not the most worried about losing marbles. You usually have a decent group to go with. Yeah. Flandyman sacrifices some marbles to the turret, moving on to level 20. Esther Huska's like one tile off the end, so as I was saying, only a handful of tiles in this right now, with 12
This
minutes
is
remaining.
where we see that percentage 2.5 points is making a difference.
Yeah, we discussed it during the last event, but I just sort of picked 2.5 points thinking that that would be about one level at 18 seems reasonable, but potentially if you wanted to make it worth more, we could make it worth an extra point, make it 3.5, and then it's an extra level at 24 plus, which makes it more significant without making it fully decide the match still. Um,
But the question is, would you actually be spending that amount of time like a level on 24 plus, getting percent like
yeah, as I said, it's one of those
like
things that
what
you,
is the time different? How much more time would it actually take for the average person to do a percent run as opposed to just sending the marbles?
well, percentage is just trying to be more percentage than your opponent, so Flanny probably overkilled the percentage in this run, but it means that Driz is not going to attempt to take his percentage because it's that far ahead. So there are benefits and negatives to it. It's just one of the things I'm trying to consider, like how much it's worth it. It was just one of the statistics I'm looking at with these matches is whether changing the percentage point to be worth more or less. How would that decide the match? I don't
Well, the
remember if
percentage
we.
point is equivalent to getting to level 8, so
Yeah,
I mean that itself is like 5 minutes.
yeah,
So
but
I don't
it's
know.
also a single level 18. So
But does level 18 also take 5 minutes
no,
for
not
some
really.
people? I don't think it takes an entire 5 minutes to do level 18.
No. This is it. Like that's why I was like, I potentially might increase it, but it's one of those ones you have to see in how many. Oh, finally there's 3 marbles on a tilting tile. I would almost recommend going back to the previous, but he scuffs. That's an unfortunate one. Drahuska's coming to the same combo now herself.
Yeah,
Flanny has
that
10
tilted
minutes.
tile is a bit of a like if you don't see it coming, it's gonna throw you off,
Yeah, as I said,
literally and figuratively.
yeah. As I was saying going into this combo, this is a very nasty one because you need good timing for it. So if you just hit it slightly wrong, it can go very bad very fast. Drahuska looks like she gets it this time. Nicely, all 4 through.
I think tilted tiles in general, if you hit them wrong, you'll get really bad spread.
Yeah, it's just like if the tile after it's nice and safe, you can sort of just send it out, but you can't do that with an elevators. You don't send it an elevator to spread. Yeah, a bit of a rough one, but yeah, no. Drahuska's gonna pull the lead. See if she can maintain it for the rest of the match. Because yeah, if Drahuska gets a scuff, there's still room for Flanny to get some points. It's gonna be a tough one though. I would reckon that Drahuska's gonna play it safe to make sure she doesn't scuff. Because the points earned at these levels is pretty good, but obviously can't waste too much time because it's only 5 points in it, so once Blinder gets to level 13, he'll have caught up. But yeah, it's pretty big that Flandy scuffed just at the end of a level. As I talking about before, that's a pretty big time loss. As opposed if you just reset at 21 and then went back from there, you'd be in a better spot. One of those tough decisions to make because you never know when you're going to scuff in a tilt. You can make pretty good predictions. There are some combos that you're just like, nope, but death is always looming around the corner in tilts. Planning to get through one more level before he starts owning points again. Drahuska closing in on 24. This should be the extra points with the longer levels. 7 minutes left now. Finally trying to get those models off the board. Taking about 5 seconds. As I was saying before, the big thing with its early levels, with how short the levels are, a large amount of the time can just be spent trying to get the models off the board. Drahuska coming through 23. I remember this one was a very touch and go level for her. She only got 4 marbles into the rotating bridge. See how she goes here. Looks like it's a little bit better, but still a bit awkward. She's just going to fully commit to it. Going to get 3 on. 4 on? Nice. Maybe I miscounted. It's actually 5. I must have just
Yeah,
missed
I've
seeing
had
what.
moments where the bridge decides to spin on and spin off all the marbles, even though when I have them on.
Yeah, I was a little bit concerned when she sounded it, but she got it, so. Well committed. Knowing that she could do it. That gets her on to level 24. Flandyman finishing level 7, so earning those points back. But Drahuska is getting 3 points per level, so Flandy has to beat 3 points for every level Drahuska beats now. Actually, 4 point levels, because Drahuska's earning 4 points for this level, while Flandy's earning 1 point. With 5 minutes left, it's going to be tough for Flandy to earn the 7 or 8.5 points gap. Onto the S curve again for Drahuska. She's got a lot of miles, so she should be fine, but you never know with S curves, they can go bad. A lot of miles on the board, but just committed to that good group and Drahuska gets through nicely. It's interesting how much they're sending on the button maze, and then there's just like the couple marbles go to the side. You always get a little bit worried when the marbles start flying off the edge. If you're sending a group and the group goes partially up, you're like, oh, that's not good. Landed with only 3 marbles and 9, but doesn't manage to catch the squeegee timing, so potentially would have saved more time if he went slower and then just jumped the squeegee with a good group. It's always one of those tough calls in these early levels, whether you try and save a lot of marbles to skip the squeegee or try and get the timing with going fast. Joe's giving me a bit of a weird one with the side steps, just getting stuck on the starting slope. Flandy on to 10, down to a 6.5 point gap, but Drahuska should be getting to the end of 24 soon, 3.5 minutes left. But yeah, still got a balance with a little bit left. Flandy coming to the end of 10 with a cross ramp, and then as we were saying in the previous round, a level 11 is a fairly straightforward one. I didn't think I saw any time combos. That's good for Flandy's side. Close the gap to 5.5 points now. If Drahuska beats this level before Flandy beats this previous one, they'll be still at that sort of. They'll be at a 9.5 point gap. But Flandy should be finishing this pretty shortly after Drahuska, and so the gap will go to 8.5 points. Flandy's got these stuck marbles, which I think before is sort of the big time loss for these levels. It's just the marbles you're only stuck at the back. But oh, Brad's just staying on. Brad's hanging on there. He really wants that point, but no peanut for him. Just having great time with this top bar, just sending it straight through, but getting clipped off by the last one. Commit to the group, but as she grabs the rest, she grabs. No, she's just committing with the group. Straight through the bumper maze. Flandy's on a level that worth 2 points, so should have a little bit easier time closing in, but just not enough time really. Minute 30 left. Having 8.5 points gap. Drahuska might be able to finish this level. I don't know if it'll be within overtime or not though. And Flandy finishing 12. On to 13. 1 minute left. Is Drahuska going to go down the wrong path? Nope, she remembers the correct path this time. "45 seconds left. See how many points they can get by the end of the match. Unfortunate one for Flandy there. Scuffing out
I
on
mean, I'd
13.
say 80. What would that be, like 86 or 87? If Drahuska gets this.
Drahuska's going to get 88 after this level, but she has 10
Oh,
seconds left, so
80.
she'll be able to start the next one. The question is, does she finish 26 in time? Does she, well, yeah.
I mean, I'd say that Drahuska is close enough to the theoretical 90 points in an hour that it's a good run.
Yeah, 90 points is a good one to go for. You can theoretically get 100, but it's definitely a tight one. Yeah, Drahuska has 4 minutes to beat this level. So the overtime rules. Oof.
Like, to get
And never
100, you need
mind.
to speed
There's
tilt
the
and
triple
like go
out.
pretty deep.
But yeah. Never a fun combo. But good attempt, Drahuska. We'll bring in Drahuska, the winner of the match.
Bring in Flandy first.
Well,
Or,
we
okay,
dragged
you
Drahuska
bring
in
in-
already.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say bring in Flandy, but he's cuffed anyways.
Oh, hi.
Hey, Drahuska.
Hi.
Yes, you won. Don't worry.
You won. So yeah, the level 26 is a pretty rough level there.
That's that. Oh, yeah, not a good one.
Yeah. As I was saying, I think the way you normally do it is you attempt to um like you can stop on the staircase still there, but it's never a fun one.
Yeah, even then, it's just not an easy one. And looking at the end, went into Triple Island. Yeah, no thanks. This isn't good level.
Yeah, exactly. But you pulled it out. Got 88 points in the end, which is a good score. Can't really complain about that.
Yeah, pretty good runs, and yeah, I'm happy that I didn't scav. Like, I would be resetting after this level anyway, so that scav wasn't that bad. So yeah.
Yeah, so like in theory, I guess you wouldn't have made it to the 26 the second time if you um kept going. But yeah, it was like at most you would have gotten another 4 points, which would have just barely got you into the 90.
Yeah.
Good target point to aim for that sort of 90 to 100 range. Bit of an unfortunate one for Flandy with the scuff on 21. Would have been very close otherwise, because it was only like half a point for a lot of the start of the run.
Yeah, it was so close. Really good runs from him as well. So yeah,
Yeah. Ooh,
really nice.
bring Flandy in now. Unfortunate one there, Flandy, but good showing from you. You brought it. You kept it very close for most of the match.
Thank you. I had fun with that match. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was an interesting thing with the percentage, just keeping it so close to taking that percentage point.
Yeah, like originally I was thinking like, okay, well maybe this might work out in my favor. But then after discovering me, like, okay, like me actually like now just trying to see where Drahuska was at, it's like, oh, maybe going full on percentage was not such a good idea.
Yeah, you had a very good percentage. We were making the joke that it was like almost MLT stats sort of stuff, but you got like 92% to level start of level 21,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah, and
definitely
that's
sort
when
of
I just like turned the page and I'm just like, okay, we'll just go speed at right after because okay, like seeing where Drahuska was at and knowing her mentality, she was not gonna be going a percentage run. So I'm like, okay, well let's just do it. Let's just speed up, and I'm still gonna be keeping 80% regardless. And sure enough, I was just shy of being under.
yeah. It was a unfortunate one because like if you didn't scuff the 21, I think if you were keeping level for
Yeah,
level, you would have had the lead because of the
yeah. I'm getting yeah, yeah. Like trying to do that zigzag into the tilting tile into the elevators. That was never fun, and I just got bad spread on that, which came to my demise of the run, which that
yeah.
sucked.
Gotta be very careful with getting spread on the tilting tile. Like maybe you could have saved if you
Yeah.
pulled back into the zigzag, but that's never a fun spot to be in.
No, it's never fun. The first one I was very shy of scuffing there. I'm glad I got only 3 through. But that second time, no.
Yeah, but Drahuska had a bit of troubles with some of the levels as well. He very much liked rushing the I think it was like Rotary Bridge at 23. So it was
Yeah,
interesting watching that. Just like, oh god, Drahuska, no.
Yeah, I did not want to risk rushing the 23 rotating bridge. I'm like, I'll just wait. I'll just wait.
Yeah, both are valid.
yeah,
I
I
thought
did it both times, and yeah, but both times at least 4 marbles, so
Yeah,
it worked out.
good performance for both of you. Just an unfortunate scuff from Flandy at 21.
yeah. Yeah, then I'm like, okay, how much time do I have? And I'm like, okay, we'll just make this one last run. We'll just go for it. And at that point, I knew I wasn't winning, so like, okay, let's just make the best of it. And so I just did things I didn't do my past 2 runs. And that level 12, just that, just that arm. It's like No.
Yeah, it's just an unfortunate proxy. It's always funny with those early ones. Obviously, Drahuska had a fun time at the early levels in the second run. Just Miles getting caught left and right.
Oh my god, like that level 1 for me right at the start. It's like literally that one marble got stuck in the crescent and I'm like, "Come on, guy, just get the hell out of there. Just get the hell out of there." And I'm like, "God damn it."
But yeah, thank you for the raid, Drahuska. Finishing up, just got over your match ends. Nice efficient stream.
Alright, and so now our next match is what? DP against Samaf?
Yep, DP vs MF. I guess, are you gonna be hanging around to cast that next one, or?
I'll hang around for the next one. I'll raid out and then I'll still be on the call.
Yep. Sounds good. I guess we'll go into a break now for. I guess actually before we go on a break, do you guys have anything you need to shout out? That would probably be a good thing. We'll start with Druska.
I guess the
There's-
only thing is my MLT match that I will have on 5th against Glop, which oh that will be something.
Yep.
Who knows how that will go. And otherwise, just everyone have fun with other matches today. And hopefully everything will go good.
Yep. Hopefully nothing breaks. And you, Flandy?
Just thank you for putting on WTA. It was a great opener and a great match to have against Drahuska. Very good match. Besides that, Tilt School on Wednesday, 6 p.m. Notebook, pen, and just jot down notes, and we'll just go through seeds and just do our best. And MLT on the 5th, where I go against Dreezy.
That'd be an interesting one. Is that another team match?
No, no, no.
Oh, it's an exhibition match.
it's
Yeah.
Kraken versus Kraken
You know, I'm just
again.
saying you've had two Kraken vs Kraken matches in a row, haven't you?
Yeah, no, no. I've had Ada, I've had Jack, and now I have Dreezy.
Right.
And I'm like, what is this? Like, come on.
Anyway,
But
we'll be back
besides
for
that,
the casting of the next match, so we'll have you back around. But
yay.
thank you both for competing. Very good opener for the day. We'll be going for a break
And
for about
yep, and
10,
thanks for the raid,
15 minutes.
Drahuska.
Yeah. All right. See you guys in a bit.
All right.